Okay, so here's a little bit of an update on the conversion. I'm still in the disassembly stage, and when I say disassembly, I'm just going to remove obviously all the intake and all the exhaust, and I'm going to give it a bit of a clean. So this engine came to me, or when I bought the car, the engine had been rebuilt by someone else. Looks like the breather hose was leaking just a little bit, so I'm going to clean that up while I'm here. And I'm not going to worry about things like the tins and whatnot, because these will be, when I eventually rebuild this motor, probably later this year or early next year, I'll look after that again. For those that are eagle-eyed, you'll notice that this engine actually has the turbo barrels fitted to it. So even though this is a 3-litre SC motor, the 930, well, I don't know if you can see that, 93003, it's an early SC motor. It has been upgraded to 3.1 litres, so it does have the 97mm turbo barrels and pistons. And I haven't looked at them yet, I haven't even looked in through the plug holes, but I've been told that they are the Max Moritz wedge dome shaped pistons at 9.5 to 1, I think. It's either 9.5 or 9.8 to 1 compression. And it goes okay. It's not going to set any records, but it feels very similar to drive compared to a couple of stock 3.2s that I've driven. But again, you know, it's, who really knows? It hasn't been near a dyno, so no one really knows. It's all subjective. It has been fitted with the SSI heat exchangers, and in my opinion, these are a little bit on the small side when you start to increase capacity. These only have a 1.5 inch primary header size, which I feel is just a tad on the small size. So yeah, 1 5/8 is preferred. And the muffler is a Monty. It's an old, original Australian-built Monty muffler, and it's got this ginormous 4-inch tip. I mean, look at the size of that thing there. So it's a 4-inch tip, and they don't do these 4-inch tips anymore. I mean, look at that. It's nearly the whole diameter of the muffler body. But yeah, I wouldn't say it drones, but it is. You can sort of hear it, like when you're cruising, and there's a little bit of a drumming in the cabin. And I figure that's probably why they don't do the large 4-inch tips anymore. But yeah, so general condition of the motor is not too bad. So I'll keep going with the disassembly. Plan is to flip it upside down, get all the oil out of it, and get the exhaust off. So that'll be the next stop. And here's the shroud. The SSIs are off. There's my new parts tray, aka bakery trolley. And here's the engine. Oh, there's the muffler. Here's the engine on the stand. I've just got it upside down because I'm just doing some cleaning. The easiest way to get all the oil from the top of the motor off is to turn it upside down and then degrease here and just let it sort of drip into the tray. So I'm sort of just cleaning this up a little bit, so it just makes life a little bit tidier for reassembly. So yeah, a couple of cans of brake cleaner, and I'll probably do my valve clearances as well. One thing I noticed on this one is that they didn't actually fill in that little void with some metal epoxy, so I'll probably have to pull the oil cooler off and do the void on the inside as well. Of note, it wasn't leaking, but there's no point not doing it while I'm so close. It's just another 4 nuts to get the oil cooler off and replace some seals, and yeah, just epoxy it up. So that's where I'm at the moment. I'm going to pull this oil line off because I'm actually going to fit an over the top one from Elephant Racing. You'll see that shortly, and I'll update you when I get a little bit closer to doing something more substantial. Thanks for watching.